Hi, my name is Ron Soriano and I am here to discuss about the society and states. But before we start, let me first define the word society. Society, according to Franz Oppenheimer, it is the totality of all natural relations and institutions between man and man. It is a small group of academic scholars. So, what are the different kinds of societies? The first one is the hunting and gathering societies. These depend on what nature provides. They hunt animals and gather fruit, nuts, roots, and other edible plants-based food. They are nomadic because they move from one place to another since they no longer need the resources. These societies are very small in numbers. The second one is the pastoral societies. Domestications and hoarding of animals. They raise and herd goats, sheep, pigs, camels, and other domesticated animals, generally for food, clothing, and for transportation. The third one is the horticultural societies. Cultivation of fruits, vegetables, and plants using hand tools. They also tend to be less nomadic and bigger in number compared to hunting and gathering societies. There is a surplus of food, resulting in having a high social structure or division of labor. The fourth one is the agrarian societies. Cultivation of crops, including corn, wheat, and rice. But this time, there's a mixture of human and non-human means, specifically by using animals and the plow to cultivate fields. There is a greater social inequality in these societies. These societies are usually large because more food is produced. And finally, the last one, post-industrial societies. It is the use of electronic manipulation and transmission of information. Doing services-oriented work in the industries like finance, healthcare, business, education. These societies are described as occurring in the information age.
Audio Jungle.
Hi guys, welcome. I'm Audrey Gavin and we're going to discuss about what is state and the connection between philosophy. Political philosophy is defined as the study of fundamental questions about the government, liberty, justice, and state. State is an organization of humans necessarily involves society. There is an issue with the legitimacy of the state, so there are three conditions to prove. First is the state should be justified, should be well constructed, and lastly, it should observe the limit of the political power. On the other hand, there are theories to answer the questions on how the state should be justified. The divine right theory claims that the state is only justified if it is run by the government whose ruler is appointed by God. This theory is considered as monarchy because the king and queen is said to be appointed by God, and according to Jean Domat, it is also called absolutism. Second is the social contract theory, which claims that state is justified if there is a consent of the citizen of the state. Lastly is the consequentialist justification, which claims that the state is justified when it increases the overall happiness of the citizen of the state. It is proved by the ethical theory called utilitarianism that claims that it is our duty to increase the happiness of the citizen of the state. To finish this, there are philosophers under the social contract theory. First is Hobbes, that proposed state of nature as a condition where everyone is against each other. Then Locke begins his definition by saying that all men are created equally by God. Lastly is Virtue, that argues that people in the state of nature are not only motivated by the desire for self-preservation but by pity for one's fellow human as well. So with that, let's finish this. Guys, thank you for watching.
finally, the last one, the post-industrial societies. Use of electronic, ulitin natin. The next one is wait lang, mali yun.
Hi guys, welcome. I'm Audrey Gavin and we're going to discuss about the